Hey, come on over here for me, man.
Outside, my phone dropped.
You good? Let's get over here. We ain't in the road. Look, state police. The reason why I'm pulling you over, you got tail light out.
It's not out. I just got tape on.
You can't see that thing at all.
My bad. If you pull it off, you can. It's on.
What happened to it? It's just broke.
Car wash did that.
You got your license on you now?
It's in the car.
All right, cool. You gonna grab it for me?
Yes, sir.
Look, before you go reaching any guns or anything in the car?
No, sir.
Perfect. Go ahead and grab it for me.
As the trooper and Nicholas walked to the open driver's door of the Saturn, the trooper smelled the odor of marijuana emitting from inside the vehicle and observed a semi-automatic pistol with an extended magazine on the driver's side floorboard.
Hey, come back here. No, get out the car. Come here. Get out the car. Turn around for him. Put your hands behind your back. All right. So right now you're just being detained, okay? Stop! Get the off! Get out! All you with? Right? Stop! Get the off! Get out! All you with?
All right, what's up, my PBM family? What's going on? It's another episode of Old School Cops, presented to you by PBM. We got the three-man squad, the most effective, the most educated. When we start talking about people who know policing, who know the community, this is your squad. Let me introduce you to my squad. I got my boy Shane with the bald head, with the beard, with the goatee. If y'all guys know anything about, what was it, BMF? He was a part of the Red Dog Squad that had, but your boy Terry and Mitch on the run, very aggressive street enforcement unit. They went after guys with guns and drugs. He also was the commander of the SWAT team as well. So my boy Shane knows policing and he knows the community, he knows the people. He is from the hood and he came back to police the hood. That's why I have guys around me that's similar like me who knows policing and knows the hood. Now, without further ado, when I start talking about the godfather, the OG of law enforcement, this man been doing policing when me and Shane was in elementary school.
Yep.
The man has been around for a very, very long time. He's been putting work into the community. He's from the community. First of all, he ended up starting his law enforcement career as a city cop. He did so well on a city level. He went to the feds. He became a hell of a DEA agent and did it nationwide. So when we start talking about somebody who knows the job, this is our go-to guy. He's the godfather of law enforcement. Ted Golden, he's been around for a long time, and he's still putting in work with the community. He's going to be running for sheriff next year, so we're going to ask y'all to come and help and support that because he's bringing so much more to law enforcement at this stage in his life, and we thank him for being a part of the squad. You guys know me, street enforcement guy, UC guy, federal task force, did so well, got an opportunity to go and represent the U.S. as a police advisor in Afghanistan, where I was sent to Afghanistan to build a police program. I mean, amazing, outstanding experience, outstanding police work. All these guys on this panel are from the community, did outstanding work in policing. So you send this video in and we give you our professional assessments. Now, with this particular video, it's a lot to unpack. We always try to have messaging behind all our videos, right? So this message is for the members of the community and law enforcement. We're going to break it down. And Shane, go ahead. Why don't you start out with the assessment?
Yeah. It looked like the officer got a call, pulled him over, and the occupant just jumped out the car and walked to the back. Me, I would have told him, hey, stay in the car. And I would have walked up slowly to the car because you want to maintain control. By him coming out, the occupant coming out, running to the back, I don't know what you got on you. I don't know what's going on. I wasn't comfortable with that approach. And I would have said, hey, sir, can you get back in your car? Sit in your car. And then I posted vertical and kind of proceed from there. And then another thing I saw, he walked to the back. He seemed friendly, seemed like this was going on. But again, you don't know what's going on in the mind of the subject. He didn't have any control. So you told him, hey, he asked, did you have any weapons or anything on you? He didn't do a pat down. He just kind of touched 1, 2 and let him walk back to his car. And I guess that when he walked back, the occupant walked back to his vehicle, that's when he saw the weapon. But I was confused on, I didn't see the occupant pull the weapon. I didn't see the occupant grab down towards the weapon. I'm a little confused in the light of what happened. And then as the guy drove off, the officer began to engage and start shooting. I don't I can't agree with that stop. There's so many things, Joe, that I see wrong that I know I wouldn't have done. And when a suspect is fleeing, unless, if I remember correctly, unless the officer's in imminent danger, he used a vehicle to try to Kareem or hurt the officer. It looked like the officer was just trying to grab him inside. He took off, and then he started shooting. That's not protocol. I'm not sure where this officer is from, but this is something I would not do at all. I guess I got a lot of issues with this stop, and it just don't sit right with me at all, Joe and Ted.
Yeah, I totally agree. First of all, when somebody jumps out of the car, that's a red flag for me. I tell everybody, please go back in the car, go back in the car. So for my audience, when you get pulled over by the cops, please stay in the car. I know sometimes people want to get out. They want to see what they've done wrong. Whether it's a tail light, missing tag, they want to get out the vehicle. For the officer's safety factor, right? Maintain yourself inside the car. It's for officer safety. So stay in the car. Whatever your gripe is, you can wait to try to argue whatever point you need to argue about the stop. Don't worry about that. Right now, when you make contact with the officer, always think safety. Your safety is number one. How to maintain yourself, keeping safe, do not do things that would trigger the officer to escalate his safety fear factor. Because we all heard officers, as soon as they start using force, pull trigger, whatever, it becomes an officer safety factor. It becomes, oh, I was in fear of my life. It's a shame that we have to think this way, but we have to consider the officer's safety factor, his fear level. You don't want to rise that fear level, then you could end up getting killed. Right. So the person gets out of the car, right? The officer, his demeanor, everything was cool. I like that. I didn't like how he asked him to go. I didn't like how it wasn't more of a controlling. It was out of control. He didn't maintain control. It was real nonchalant. He's like, well, for me, wait, get back in the car. I need you to get back in the car. I'll talk to you in a minute. He didn't do none of that, right? It was like a half, like, okay, hi, Joe. Nah, you don't got time for that. You don't know what you're dealing with. Get back in the car. So when somebody gets out of the car, a lot of times, right, there's a reason why they don't want the officer to be coming to the window of the car. That's the first and foremost.
Exactly.
Stop the people many times. Most people just sit in the car and they just wait for the officer to get there. But when you want to get out of the car, a lot of times that was an indication you didn't want me to get like this particular individual. Later on, come to find out, he was smoking weed in the car. He had a firearm in the car. He wanted to keep the officer from that car. So him being nonchalant about it, I wasn't feeling that. But then when he tells him to get back, he realized something was wrong. Then he tells him to get out of the car. Right. But once he tells him to get out of the car, he left the door open. I never done that. If I'm going to get somebody out the car and I'm standing in his same position, I'm taking my left hand and I'm putting it against that door to push it. You're trying to keep that door closed. You don't want him jumping back into that vehicle. So for your officers, this is a training scenario right now. I'm dropping some knowledge to keeping you safe. Close that door. You want him out the car. You decided to bring him out the car for whatever reason. Now you want to eliminate him from getting back in that car. So he brought him out the car, closed that door. He left it open. It was a firearm in the car. It was smelling. So the officers now, his indicators are going up. His whole, remember we talked about prior, his safety mechanism, my fear, I'm getting scared. He didn't close that door, which allowed the suspect to get back in the car and drive off. What are you holstering and shooting at a vehicle that's fleeing from you? Right. I'm like you, Shane, that when we start talking about deadly force, where was his life at risk at the time the person was driving away? I'm totally confused at that one. I don't even understand how you justify using deadly force from somebody who's pulling away from you. I definitely don't understand that. Right. For the officer, I give him an F, bro. Like total F. He didn't maintain control of his subject. He let him out the car. Then when he told him to get out, he left that door open. Everything that he did would cause for it to play out just like it did. And you got to understand something. And we emphasize accountability all the way around, not just on police officers, right? So when we look at this officer, you got to understand something. We're looking at these officers making the mistakes that he's made. He didn't do it correctly. that forces the officer to escalate his use of force because he's losing control fast. He's losing control really fast. And when an officer loses control, he puts himself in I'm in fear. I'm using my weapon. Just imagine if he was to close that door. It would have been no shots being fired out of a car fleeing. He would have more control. So we look at it from our training, from our experience, and knowing right and wrong, knowing what he should have done better, which would have prevented that subject from getting back in the car. OG, tell me, you close it out. Tell me what you think about this video.
Well, you know, I worked that midnight shift, and when I rode with myself, I always made him get out the car because I didn't want to walk up on the car. But the fact he jumped out the car should have been a red flag for him, the officer. Secondarily, you know, on the midnight shift especially, whenever you pull the car over, we almost always covered each other, almost always. Somebody rolled up, even if it was two wards over. Somebody always started that way or rolled up just to make sure you were okay. So I'm not so much hung up about him jumping out the car. I am concerned about the attitude of the officer. Because right now, had he jumped in the car and jumped for the gun, that's when you go. But since he went to the car and he's going to get his driver's license or whatever, then he ain't got to know that you know the gun is there. Now, for your own safety, you got two choices. You can pat your gun, okay, or pull your gun and put it down to your side, okay? Because, you know, it's hard to draw that gun when somebody already got a gun. Any movement he make to get that gun, I'll have to take him out.
Let me take some, OG. You said you make him get out the car, right? Yeah. I've done that in certain circumstances. I get that. But you telling him to get out of the car is a lot different than the subject.
And him jumping out. Him jumping out, yeah.
Right.
Control.
Now, in this particular incident, how would that be something that would be cool with you, the subject jumping out?
Oh, no. No. Do what I tell you to do.
Right.
Okay? Because I always ask him to get out the car.
Okay.
Even in the pouring down rain, got in trouble there one night too. But but when the circumstances are already presented themselves, once he smelled the marijuana, his radar should have went up, and he should have played it cool because you by yourself. Dude is bigger than you. You by yourself. Okay. Secondarily, once you saw the gun, proximity. I got to get back from you. I got to either pat my gun or pull my gun out, and just wait to see what he comes out of the car with. Okay. Once you see the gun, it's now gone from a traffic stop to a potential felony stop and possession of narcotics. So it's your decision. You got two choices. Your first choice is to take his driver's license and go back to the car to run the driver's license and ask him to stand behind the car, you know, as it is, so you can get some backup there. That's your first choice. Your second choice is to pull your gun and prone him out right there on the ground for safety purposes because you've seen the gun. But you don't confront him while he's inside the damn car. I'm with you, Joe. Close the door. Turn the motor off. Give me the keys. That kind of thing. And let's talk about this traffic violation we got, because then you got control of the situation. By no means did he have enough PC to shoot the guy. There was nothing there to shoot the guy. What if he had a permit to carry the gun? Now the extended magazine, that's a different issue. But once he jumped back in that car, you got your video camera rolling, you got his face, you got your body cam, you got all that stuff sitting there. Don't create a problem for yourself. Let the paperwork process handle it. You got his license plate number, you got his photograph. That's all you really need. You want to go home. You know, don't be Superman. Exactly. And definitely don't lose your cool. You know, we make mistakes, man. It happens. And when you know, I did a search warrant one time and threw my gun on the ground trying to scare some dogs away, man. You know, I grabbed a broom and I threw the broom and the gun at the same, because I'm right-handed. So I threw the broom and my gun at the dog. You know, we make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, it happens.
Right.
But when you make a mistake and you by yourself, it ain't good.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Not good. Right,
So,
exactly.
so realistically, safety first. And I meant what I said about you got to protect each other. You got to be available. When somebody pulls somebody over, somebody got to start rolling that way, just as a precaution.
It's funny you mentioned that, Ted, because I used to do that. If I hear somebody on the call, I'm rolling over there anyway. I'm just walking through, just to do
Especially
it.
single guy, one guy by himself. You know,
Yep.
and to be honest, most of the time, when you do stuff by yourself, you know, you should always say, hey, roll this way, man. I'm gonna pull this guy over, or let me know when you're close and I'll stop him, that kind of thing.
Right.
But
Send them
unless
you.
it's something exigent happening in front of you, take your time. Ain't no rush. Ain't no rush.
Exactly. Especially on that midnight shift. I'm telling you.
Man, let me tell you something. That darkness is a whole different ball of wax, buddy. Whole different ball of wax. And you know, I never forget the first time I chased a guy. He ran across 6 lanes of traffic. I said, okay, I'll get you next time. Because I was not going to try to run across them 6 lanes. You know, even though it was only a few cars out there, I know me. Something would have happened, not so good. So I just let him go because all he did was look like he was trying to look into some windows at a business across the street. He didn't have anything on him. He hadn't done anything wrong. I'm not going to get run over by no car trying to chase some guy running back into the hood where I don't go at night no way unless I got somebody with me.
Right. No, I got you. I understand. So listen, my PBM family, you heard it from the crew. You heard it live. You have any questions? We'll take some questions or answer some questions. Listen, we got a new program that we're going to invite you guys to be a part of. My boy David, who's our tech guy, he's going to put a link in the actual description. And if you see breaking news, you hit the link, you'll go live on a PBM platform. You'll start viewing, recording whatever breaking news, and we'll let you be a part of the platform. So if you're interested in being rotten with the squad and showing some breaking news, then hit the link in the description, and you'll definitely be a part of the Breaking News PBM platform. With that said, anytime you come in contact with the police, we've seen it over and over again, whether the officer's right or wrong, he wins on that side of the road. The civilian loses all day, every day. The civilian could be 100% right on that side of the road. He will lose because there's nobody to appeal to. The officer's in control. He's the guy with the authority to take a life, take freedom. Your beef right now, your challenge is after you get off the side of the road in that courtroom. More officers now are getting terminated, are getting charged, are getting suspended. You see so much more. People are getting bags. Like, you got to get off that side of the road safely to actually recoup any type of damages, any type of wins you're going to get, because your win is not on that side of the road. So please be safe, and I'll see you next video.